Welcome to the Bottle Poppin' Podcast, where Meg and Heather share their love for oils, friendship, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it poppin'.
Hey everyone, this is Meg.
Hi there, this is Heather.
And we are the Bottle Poppin' Podcast. So Heather, what are we popping open today?
We are going to pop open HD Clear. It is a line of products, including a face wash, an oil, and a lotion for skin clearing.
Yeah, so this one's been around a long time. I feel like this was the first oil product and then also line that was for skincare that doTERRA offered. Like when I first started, they didn't have all the different options that they have now, but this is like the OG. And I feel like it's aimed primarily at teenagers and kind of like the hormonal shifts that happen and then the skin issues that happen. Would you agree with that?
I definitely would agree with that because I feel like this was not a facial line that I started with once I started using doTERRA products. I went towards some of the other lines and felt like this one was geared more towards that. However, we do own this in our home because I have up and coming tweens and we have already started to experience breakouts. So I got the face wash early on for my son, who's now 10. And I got the oil so that he could use those two products. And then my daughter, who's really active with soccer, I felt like she was starting to get some breakouts too if she wasn't good about cleaning her skin as well as she should. And so I've got the line for her too. I think it has helped them. I think, especially him, he's more prone to the breakouts that occur like right along his hairline at the top of his forehead. Or sometimes along the chin. And I think he's an active boy. He's sweaty. And so he takes a shower after he's been sweaty, but whether or not he's really cleaning those parts, I can't say. So the face wash, I feel like if he can at least go over those parts, he's having better outcomes with it. So overall, I feel like his breakouts have been less since he's been using this. And then if he does have a specific breakout, he'll put the oil over that one spot and it seems to go away really quickly too. So we've had success with this so far.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Well, let's talk about what's in the oil blend. So first of all, in the line, there's the oil blend and it comes in an easy to apply roller bottle. Then it also comes with the soap and it comes with the lotion. And I assume both the soap and the lotion have the oil blend in it.
They do. And they all roughly smell the same. The soap is a little pump dispenser. It comes out really easily. It's not too foamy. It's just the right foamy for them. And that feels easy to apply. The lotion is a really nice texture. So I like that, but I don't know if they've used the lotion yet. The ingredients are black cumin seed oil, hoewood leaf, tea tree leaf, litsea berry, eucalyptus leaf, and geranium plant essential oils. When I smell this, the first thing I smell is the litsea.
Same, which is interesting because that was closer to the end of the list. So I would assume it's less.
Right.
But yeah, I smell litsea too. And so for those of you who don't know what litsea smells like, it's very citrusy, like a sharp citrus smell.
Sharp is a great word, like almost lemongrass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely the main smell. And it totally surprised me that any type of cumin is in this because I don't smell cumin at all. Nor did I know that cumin was good for skin.
I don't think I know that either. It doesn't smell bad by any means. No. It doesn't smell like your typical oil blends that we would put in the diffuser. It's definitely more, not astringent. That's a bad word as well. But it's definitely smells more like a traditional facial cleansing product would smell in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got a clean smell to it.
Clean's a good word. Yeah. So growing up, I don't know that I was washing my face properly at their age. I'm going to say probably by the time I got to middle school, those circular pads that would sting your face when you would, rub them. That was kind of what I started with, which is absolutely terrible and so sad that that's what we teenagers think that they need to use, that your face should sting to get clean. That is not the case.
That's 100% what I thought as a kid. And I feel like Noxzema was where I started. That definitely has that stingy feeling to it. And like, it's only working if you feel the pain.
Is that the like little tub of like blue cream stuff? Is that what I'm picturing?
It's a blue tub. I think it's actually a white cream, but yeah, it's this cream stuff that definitely stings, and you better not get it in your eyes. And it was harsh feeling. And what's crazy is I've had horrible acne most of my life. And I don't know that it ever helped, but it was like, I'm going to punish my skin to try to get it to work. So to have something that's just gentle and cleansing now, what I know about skincare makes so much more sense than the harsh, stinging stuff.
I agree. And I feel like as a teenager with oily skin, it was one extreme to the other. So to combat the oily skin, I felt like I was severely dehydrating my skin, and it would almost get really dry and flaky sometimes because the products that I was using was so strong that it would overly dry it out. And there probably never was a good balance of my skin type, unfortunately. I didn't know any better. My mom didn't know any better.
Right.
I'm glad that I know better now for my kids, because that process was not fun. I'm hoping we can avoid that with them.
No, definitely not. And like, even as you're talking about it, the balance, that's the beauty of essential oils, is that they bring your body into balance. So natural things work with natural things, and they're always working towards balance. So it doesn't matter if you've got super dry skin or super oily skin, it's going to bring it into balance.
That's a great point. That is a good point, because you're not always trying to just combat one or the other. You're literally just trying to get your skin back into a point of balance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Any idea what the HD stands for?
Ooh, it does not specify anywhere. So I am not sure. I have not heard that before. I'm curious now too. I'm not sure where we would find that.
Well, if any of our listeners know, let us know. It's probably research we should have done before we started the podcast, but I am curious. Okay, well, doing a little research on this, I did find a little recipe, a facial recipe. It's called the Youthful Unchemical Peel.
Ooh.
And it's using this blend, so HD Clear, and then 1 ounce of lemon juice. And it says combine several drops of lemon juice with a swipe of clear cleansing blend. So this blend on your face and massage in a circular motion for 30 seconds. Wash face immediately after. So it would be interesting. Definitely don't want to get that in your eyes either.
No, and I definitely feel like that is more of an adult thing. I don't see myself wanting to like strip my kid's skin with lemon juice yet.
No, totally agree. Although, like, this makes me think again, in my teenage years, I for sure made face masks that was lemon juice and egg whites, and would like put that on my skin and then try to scrub it off. I don't know if it ever did any good, but yeah.
Well, full transparency, since we're talking about teenage acne remedies. So I grew up in South Florida, and we were just a few miles from the coast. So we would take my poor mom, again, she didn't know any better. So we were doing the best we could. And this actually was helpful. So in the summer, I would spend the entire summer at the beach in the salt water, and my face was clearer during that time, we would notice. So in the other seasons, we would take empty jugs of water, like the gallon jugs of water. Mm-hmm. They were empty, and we would bring them and fill them with salt water. And I would wash my face with whatever facial product I was using. But instead of using regular water, I would use the salt water to help wash my face. I think looking back, the salt water actually probably was helpful over the summer, in addition to me being active, being in the sun, a variety of different things. But I think the rest of the year, the salt water could already be a little bit drying. And then I was using super harsh products. And so I don't know that combination worked super well. But we definitely noticed a difference by using salt water versus regular water. And here we are at the beach filling up our empty gallon jugs just to wash my face, doing the best we can.
Although, salt is super cleansing and antibacterial. So, even, like you can buy salt scrubs. I feel like we normally use that for like your legs and stuff, but you might be onto something, Heather. Maybe we should go into the skincare business and just,
bottle salt water.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the poor oceans are already receding. I don't know if I can steal it for face cleansing.
Plus, the water is definitely not that clean.
Yeah, we're talking about 20 years ago at this point.
Right.
So yes, instead of going to these extremes, Meg with her lemon and what else did you say?
Egg whites. You would whip egg whites to make it, because then it's like thick enough to like stick on your face.
I've also heard honey for that too. I don't know if it's exactly what you're talking about, but I've also done something similar with honey before. You can go to all those lengths if you would like to. By all means, experiment with stuff you have in the kitchen. But doTERRA did try to make it simple here and make a whole line.
It did. Yes. This is much easier and probably less messy route to go. Also, just a random tip, but the little foam soap bottle is the perfect size. So all of this is the size that you could take on an airplane. But I know people who use the empty foam bottles to make the on-card foam hand soap. And so now they've got travel soap. So like when they go to a hotel, instead of having to use the hotel soap that's got all kinds of chemicals and stuff, they can bring their own foaming hand soap, doTERRA foaming hand soap, and use that, in their hotel room and stuff like that. So just a way to upcycle the little bottle.
I actually love that. A few episodes ago, we were talking about the new products in the shampoo and conditioner bar. And I was talking about camping and how they were a nice addition because I didn't have to bring the liquid with.
Yeah.
And we had switched from hand soap in the traditional hand soap bottles to just the regular bar soap camping for our hands because I felt like the other bottle was always leaking. These don't leak. So you might be onto something there. And I might have to go back to the liquid, but I will try it in this bottle. Thank you, Meg. That's great.
Yeah. And it's small enough. So camping too, it's not going to add that much weight for you. So yeah.
I like it.
That's my little upcycle tip for you today. All right. Well, anything else on this HD Clear facial line?
I can't think of anything else. Again, I'm using it on my tweens. I think it would be good for teenagers. And even as an adult, I think that it could be helpful as well.
All right. Well, we hope that you've enjoyed this episode and learned something new. If you have any questions about HD Clear or really anything else, we would love to connect with you on our Ask Us Anything call that we do the third Thursday of every month. And so that's at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's via Zoom. It's just 30 minutes, but we'd love to have you jump on and connect with us. So definitely go register for that. It's totally free. And you can find the registration link at Bottle Poppin' Podcast or on any of our social media sites. So thanks so much for taking the time to listen. We will have a brand new episode next Friday.
Thanks for tuning in. For more information, you can follow these bottle poppin' ladies at bottlepoppinpodcast.com. Tune in next week to learn about what bottle we're poppin'. Until next time, take care. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This podcast is not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.